Hey everybody, welcome to Backer Benny Builds, and today we're taking a look at LUG-MOC number 5. This is the Redstone farm. So for a more in-depth description of what a LUG-MOC is, feel free to check the details down below, but yeah, let's just jump right into it. So again, this is a LUG-MOC. I'm hoping that at least some of you will already know what that sort of entails, but basically the way my LUG works is that they'll give out some parameters or maybe just some seed parts to use for a build which we bring to our meetings to show off. This was for January 2020, and the seed part was a transparent red 1x1 plate. So I just thought that lent itself really well to redstone like in Minecraft. So yeah, I just created this little model. The very first thing I wanted to do, and something that I've thought since they ever started their Minecraft theme, is that having a 2 stud by 2 stud scale for your blocks is, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. It's not Minecraft. Minecraft is, you know, everybody is 1 block wide and 2 blocks tall. So I was trying to find a scale that would work for that, and 3 by 3 seems to be the closest to that perfect scale that Minecraft basically seems to have. Now, unfortunately, you can make a block that is 3 studs wide and 3 studs long, but you can't do one perfectly 3 studs high, or at least it would take some pretty interesting techniques, and it would probably make it look kind of funny too. So you'll notice, like over here, where I have a piston, which is built on its side, it's actually slightly taller than the blocks around it, and it's also just barely not as wide. So that aside, I like this scale much more, and yeah, I'm just gonna go around the build. So starting up at the front here, we've got just a tiny little bit of grass, a torch, and then that sort of fades into stone on the ground. We've got Steve here just wearing a iron helmet. He's got his pickaxe ready to mine. And over here is just one of the minifigs from one of their random character packs that they put out in the Lego store. Off to the left, we have a crafting table and a bed. The bed has a couple studs on it, so I mean, if you wanted to, you could lie somebody down there. And then we have, yeah, basically the main farm. So the way this works is it's like a cave or a little outcropping that has been basically flattened down for them to access the ore inside. I know redstone would like never be this close to the surface, but it works for what it is. So we have wooden planks here, plank blocks used as kind of the border for the farm, and you'll see how that works in just a sec. Some more grass around the sides. And then more redstone here, a skeleton that's kind of hiding out in the back, and then this is actually some sand blocks, like part of a desert biome. So this was also sort of on the border between a grassland and a desert. I've used the cactus build straight out of the sets because, I mean, it's great, it works super well, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's that. I realized recently that in-game cactuses actually can't be placed adjacent to other blocks. So guess that's a mistake right there. But it works for me, and I mean, if need be, I could always just put it like there or something. So yeah, that's that. I don't know, I like it there. Alright. So yeah, now I'm just going to move on to the main draw of this build, and you'll notice that I have a button here and a button there, or some sort of something that's sticking out of the build, and that's because this truly is supposed to be a farm for harvesting redstone. So the way I have it set up is with a waterway here, and the water is a snot build with just transparent blue bricks on their sides in just a wedge shape, because that's how water looks in Minecraft. And then they lead to this little loading zone with a piston which should push them onto this redstone block where they're collected. So the idea is you would have your character run up onto the standing area, mine out a block, and then the redstone pieces would fall down the waterway and be pushed into the collection zone. So it has a mechanism built into it. I'm going to try it a few times. It tends to work really well, actually, so here we go. And I don't know how well you can see that, but the blocks, or the front of the block, it's really just that big, opens up. It's pushed by this little Technic pin behind it, and then just the 3 chunks inside fall out onto the waterway. This one didn't go all the way down, but once they get down there to the end, then you can just push them right into the collection zone, and that one got jammed a little bit. Alright, I've reloaded it. I'm going to try it again from a different angle, just so that the camera can hopefully see it a little bit better. And the pieces go down into the bay, where they can be pushed into the collection area. So you get the basic idea. The redstone wall pops off the front here. The pieces fall out into the waterway, and typically 1 or 2 of them make it down every time. Sometimes you get all 3, and then the piston can just push them right into the collection area. Now, if these are supposed to be redstone dust, I don't believe a piston would actually push them like that. I don't believe that dropped items interact with solid blocks like that, or at least a piston trying to move them. So it's a little bit of creative liberty, but that's how that works. And yeah, now on to the figures. And here are the 3 characters. They're super simple. You just have Steve, diamond pick, iron helmet, this guy with the bacon shirt from one of the character packs, and then just a skeleton with a bow. I definitely like this one most out of the 3 of them. I mean, they're all just directly from sets, but I don't know why that face is giving me a lot of Junkbot vibes, if anyone knows what that is. And then before I go, if any of y'all wanted to see what that piston looks like by itself and how it works, it's very, very simple. You just have a long beam that's a 1x5 medium nougat brick, and then that's just attached to this assembly here, which is the front of it, and then it slides through this little thing right here. So yeah, that's the piston. It's actually pretty simple, but I love how it turned out. And yeah, that's everything for the build. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.